We are many. Those that live beyond the veil of darkness where nightmares are born. Sanity knows no bounds, and men's thrives on the suffering of the damned. Rot in the solace in the souls of the weak. We have taken refuge here among the mortals in hope of harvest for my innocence. Tread lightly in the search for the voices and stories of the departed. For in shadow hides the evil that lurks within. As the light dies and slowly becomes night, the realm of spirits rule the world. And the darkness of your mind hides your own hidden demons and brings to life your deepest fear. Do you have what it takes to speak to the dead? Do you accept your own mortality in the search for life after life? Have you ever seen a ghost, spirit, or demon? Have the lights flickered and the room became as cold as death itself? Maybe you have. Maybe it was your own subconscious preparing you for death. Come spend some of what's left of your own existence in our search for the answers that are hidden behind the veil. Shed off the blinders and open your mind's eye and listen to their stories. We are they. We are Incarnate Paranormal.
And what is up, everybody? How you doing? Hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas, spent some time with family, and that's the main thing. Christmas time, spend it with family. Gifts are really freaking irrelevant at this point in time. But yeah, I was going to do a stream yesterday. Unfortunately, my ass got called into work. Yeah.
Thou shalt not bow down before any graven image.
And Deads, thank you for the sub. Yeah. I'll just drop the mic now. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, CES being in town, I had to go load in some gear. Had to go up, deal with the Waypoint Company, Freeman. Spent about 20 minutes in the marshalling yard, went down to convention center, spent an hour and 15 minutes waiting for them to get off their asses to unload me. Then, unfortunately, they had to send me back to the scales, even though I'm in just a basic box truck. They fucked up my Sunday. But good news is I did get a couple games. We're going to start gaming on the stream. We're going to start doing that very soon. And seeing Deads in here, we've got some games lined up. We're going to have some fun. We might do a dual stream or try stream, whatever. Get a bunch of people together, and there's a couple of games I think we're going to start streaming. But that being said, we're back. 3 days off. Wasn't going to really do Saturday. Christmas, of course. Sunday, you know why. Today, I'm honestly just... I feel a cold coming on, which sucks. The wind kicked up about 60 miles an hour today, and working on the outskirts of town sucks because there's nothing guarding the wind coming in, and it puts all the dust right into these sinuses. So it's either allergies, or I call it nowadays, nothing's what do they say it is? I'm calling it Covergies. We have a new boss coming into work here on the 3rd. Unfortunately, his last day is supposed to be Thursday. 2 of his kids, tested positive for COVID. So unfortunately, he can't come back in the office, which means a skeleton crew. 3 of us get to do all the bullshit. So, yeah. We'll see how long that lasts. Got everything loaded up. We're getting back into analyzing Olympus 1, Night 2, Nevada State Prison. In the first 37 minutes, last show, we got to get out what's going on in here. Get it right here. I loved you a lot. Or if I loved you a lot. Get her out. Why are you? Help me. Hey, I'm right here, and come back. So, yeah. Yeah, Dads, we're right there. We're the same place on our work schedules. It's no bueno sometimes. But it's all right. I'm not complaining for the overtime. It's been generous. The overtime's been a little bit generous, so. But it's going to start slowing down once CES is done, and yeah. But that's all right. Beyond that, like I said, I hope you guys had a great Christmas. Got some nice stuff. Me, I really didn't want much. Got some money and a little bottle of Jack. So we're going to have fun on stream. I think I'm going to need this once we start playing Scum on Steam. Scum on stream. It is going to get interesting. And some of the stuff might fetch us a TOS ban. If you're not following Dead's Discord, you've watched him stream, I posted a video in there of stuff you can actually do. Yeah, you can defecate, urinate, fornicate, and a few other things. I don't think TOS would much like seeing digitized fornication on stream. Just saying that is it's horrifying to say the least. We're going to focus, it's going to be, I'll tell you, during the week, it's going to be the paranormal. Unless we're out of evidence. The weekend streams will be left for the wild games. We're going to keep that for a while and see what happens. Beyond that, ain't got nothing. Got a couple more parts I need to do for the PC. And I need to get my Jeep fixed. The belt's starting to make a weird whining noise. Other than that, I'm ready to roll tonight. I got a mason jar full of sweet tea. Got my notepad ready. And, yeah, let's get rolling on the audio. It's actually doing yeah. But it won't let you wipe with the leaves. Good thing today, they let us go home early. I'm actually shocked they didn't send us all to get a test. Oh, and I forgot. That's for the sub. Couple minutes late. I'm spacing it today. I had to make sure and get it in though. Somebody sure is messing with their gear in the background. Yeah, somebody's toying with something. We didn't have this much last time. It just shows there's a team down the hall. I know this much. Who it was, I don't know. The fuck? What the hell are they using a goose collar in the frickin' prison? That's definitely a slam. But that is the part of the team. Goose stuck in the prison. I wouldn't put it past him. Now, it's a female voice. I don't know if this is going to be an EVP or if this is one of the female investigators. Downside about leaving these recorders unattended is you get shit like this. It's like, okay, we know there's a team close, but exactly how close? We're gonna find out. It sounds like it's saying horizon. Or all right then, or horizon. Okay, let's try the dehisser. I don't know. Okay, we're getting closer here. This is good. We're definitely getting closer. So let's go back in one more time, do the other side, and let's see. It sounds like it's saying all right then. And there is definitely sounds like a metallic door, like very dry door, dry metal, dry hinge opening. There's that real freaking just old squeak in there, which makes it sound like something just barely opening so somebody could peek out. But who's going to peek out a cell door? I mean, they don't open like this, they slide. So that doesn't make any sense. That squeak does not make any sense. But we've heard hundreds of these squeaks already, but nothing this close, which could mean it could be one of the tray doors that drop down in some of the cells where they have the drop down panel for the dinner trays to go in, or for the food trays. So leads me to believe this might be a residual from the tray door. I don't know what else to do to freaking clean this up. We're trying everything. Okay, that's making it a little annoying. It's all right then, is the EVP. But I'm not 100% on it. I am not 100%. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it down. I don't know if I'm going to save it yet. You know what? I'm going to save it, but I'm going to put questionable after it, because I got to see if I can clean this up some more. We're going to write it down. We're going to save it, but we're not going to mark it as EVP's caught because I'm not 100% sold on it. So this would be 56. Okay. Let me hear. Just got back. Okay. Give me a second. Like I said, we're going to save this one. I got it Olympus 1, Night 2. All right then. Maybe. I don't know. We're not going to count this on the meter. We're definitely not going to count this on the meter. So, Elod, which is what? I haven't heard that before. But Sarah, welcome back. Good to see you. Sorry I haven't been on for 3 days, but work and life got in the way with Christmas and the job, so it's good to be back on air. It's good to be back. I was missing analyzing this. Name, okay. That might be a name. What's really killing it is that freaking hinge squeak. And I think we're all going to be in agreement on that. That squeak is what's killing it. If that squeak wasn't there, excuse me, my nose is itching like crazy. If that squeak was not there, I think we could fine tune that EVP. And that's why I'm writing it down, but it's not going on the counter. It will be unofficial evidence. Just like when you get an EVP under somebody talking. It happens. And Sarah, how was your Christmas? There's that squeak again. A lot of noise contamination on this recorder. It's very frustrating, don't it? Really good to signed a lease today. Congratulations on that. Going to be out for a little bit until you get Wi-Fi. Totally understandable. Life comes first. I totally understand. Long as you make your way back one day. No, it won't be forever. We won't miss you around here. But yeah. Congratulations, and it's one step closer to happiness and greatness. Kind of one and the same nowadays. Something good happens to somebody? Oh yeah. It's a beautiful thing. Everything going on in this world, it seems like a lot of good things are happening to good people. Makes me feel good to see it. Whoa, hold on. Okay, now that's a weird freaking sound. That sounds like somebody wheezing. That definitely sounds like a wheeze. It sounds like a very congested wheeze. Kind of something like that. Like somebody's got emphysema or something. That's environmental. That's an environmental sound. Because you hear the click, then the sound. Because this recorder's not in the infirmary, so there's no way it could be a respirator of any kind. And if anybody needs that kind of a treatment, they're removed from the prison and put in a hospital. So we're gonna debunk that as environmental. Doesn't make any less creepy, but what can you do? Somebody's got some really noisy shoes. They're wearing basketball shoes. It's like you're watching a freaking Laker game. There's definitely some voices in the background. However, I do think this is part of the team. It's too distant. It's not faint, like a whisper. It's not like somebody's talking a couple rooms over. This has got depth to it. It's got a little bit of strength to it. So I don't think this is EVP. I think this is part of the team. Probably one floor away. Like cells here, it's one floor up and all the way down the hallway. Being in the prison, it just echoes. It's a downside about Nevada State Prison. Duck makes, yeah, Duck. We're always reviewing EVPs. If I have any video on deck, then we do that. Were you here the other night when I played the highlight clip? Oh, that's right, you weren't. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to pause this right here. And I'm going to bring... Are you already doing this to me? Why is the file not responding? Brand new hard drive. This ain't good. Okay. Gonna play it through twice for you guys. Class A EVPs. I think we had one. And that was way back when we first started with the GoPro. Right as of yet, it's just residuals, and it's frustrating. It's aggravating, but nobody's investigating with these recorders right now. They're just set down in a random location and left. So unless somebody comes by that exact area and doing the EVPs or doing the questions, it's all going to be residual for now. And that was the majority of the EVPs last time. Was all residual. It was 85% residual, which is all right. And it helps, but as large as Nevada State Prison is, you figure it's over 1 million square feet in total. The access to the buildings you're talking, let me turn this off for now, is around 800, it's about 600,000 square feet. So as violent as prisons can be, it's good to just set them up in known active locations, because you know you're going to get something because of all that negativity that remains in the air, that remains embedded in the environment. So if I investigate there again, I'd love to be locked in there with you. Follow my page, Incarnate Paranormal, on Facebook or on Instagram or even Twitter. I'll be going back there twice next year. One will be for a charity event, and after that, I'll have to see what happens. So, yeah, definitely. I'll keep you in the loop on that one. For those that have seen this, this is in the Last Night Cell. This is basically Last Night Cell 2. Nobody else was in the building. And I've said this a couple other shows. But Duck, since you haven't seen this, I am the only one in the building. Not just the cell block, but the building. They kept everybody out so I could go in there alone and do an EVP session. So here's I'm gonna let this play. I'm gonna play this twice.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cole and other esteemed guests that are here with me right now. I am gonna end this session.
TTB, how
you
you
don't
doing?
Want me to leave?
Welcome.
You want me to stay? You want me to stay and talk to you? I can do that. I will stay and talk to you. Thank you. Thank you for making yourself known.
And one more time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cole and other esteemed guests that are here with me right now. I am gonna end this session. You don't want me to leave. You want me to stay. You want me to stay and talk to you? I can do that. I will stay and talk to you. Thank you.
Duck, that is an Eddy Plus meter. It measures air pressure, vibration. Hold on, let me bring up the graph for you so you can see. Oh, crap, where is this? bear with me a second on this. There we go. Just so you can see what I'm talking about. It's easier to show than it is to really explain. Oh, it's empty? Whoa, hold on here. I lost a file? Oh, no. I better not have lost this file. I lost a file. I'm going to have to go back and find it. Yeah, it's... Mind you, you can see my foot. I'm sitting still. I am not moving. And that is the couple of the lights went off for the air pressure lights. So it being so far away from me during the 45 minute or the 36 minute EVP session, I didn't move. And the lights never went off until that point. When I said I was going to end the EVP session, I started getting... I'm trying to keep this PC. I started getting bubble guts. I started getting really nervous, that nervous bubble gut sensation. And yeah, but Susan, who runs the tours out of Nevada State Prison, has told me she's gone through there with tours during the day with the spirit box on, and the spirits call my name. The spirits are saying, "Where's Brent?" So the spirits, it shows consciousness after death. That shows the spirits remember your energy. And it's like you're sitting there and it's like you get that evidence, like, yeah, okay, I'm quitting this, and you start getting that, and it just keeps going on and on and on. I managed another like 10 or 15 minutes. And it's like, I gotta go. I mean, if I don't go, I'm going to crap my pants. I hate saying that. It's disgusting to say it like that, but it got me so intense in there with that energy. It shifted so much. My body started reacting to it. Oh, it's definitely intelligent. The spirits there in the first time we were there, the areas we had activity and we had access to, the spirits call my name throughout that prison. Now I'm waiting to see what we get when we get to the other areas and start analyzing that I had new access to. And I'm definitely looking forward to the recorders we set up in there. We're going to have fun with it because there's a lot of negativity. Excuse me. And yes, Sarah, you're absolutely right. Going back in the chat, this is the team in the background. This is multiple team members talking. So we can debunk that and move right along. Oh, Deds, you weren't here for the first couple of shows. I don't know if it caught it on GoPro. I need to learn how to edit the videos. I got chased out of one of the cell blocks. I saw a shadow run out of the cell directly at me, and I got it's called GTFO. I got the freak out of there. And it threw me off my game. There's only been a case I had to do that. It was mainly because I felt a strong negative energy to the point I had to close the doorway. Duck, yes. That's what exactly what I was hitting on. I literally saw a shadow run out of the cell directly at me and disappear. And it stopped me in my tracks. I'll find out which video it is, and I'll replay it for you guys. Because you see me, it's like, wait, what was that? Okay, I got to get out of here. And I shut off the GoPro when I got outside. So I went back in about an hour later, once I got my composure back, because I did not expect to see a shadow run at me. I've had him do it before, but not in a prison. You're in an old prison that was built in 1862. I was in the newer area that was built back in the 80s. So, yeah. The pod that I was in was notorious. The multiple pods that keep people, I don't want to say segregated, but they keep them in groups. And I was in one of the other areas. And death sentences, yes. The execution, Nevada State Prison, 1862 to 2012, I think it was, or 2016, was in like close to 70 executions. So there's a lot of negativity. If you watch Destination Fear's episode of Nevada State Prison, they got an EVP from David Blackwell that was 19 years old when he was executed. And the EVP they got was, "I'm not ready." Which is totally understandable. Who's ready to go at 19 years old? Going to the hole, duck, no. They had because of the massive storms that went through, the ground has shifted in the hole. It was all muddy, and the ceiling, the structures that help secure the ceiling have shifted. So due to insurance and safety reasons, they wouldn't let us in there. We couldn't get into the mattress factory or the license plate factory. So we had 3 areas shut down to us. Next time I go up, I'm aiming for the execution chamber itself to be basically strapped into the execution table, shut the execution chamber door, and come back in an hour to get me. So that's my goal for the next investigation. But yeah, it totally sucks. But I understand. It's safety. I can't be mad at that. Duck, I'll tell you, let me pause this one more time. Your first investigation there is going to be rough. It's called the hazing. The spirits there are going to mess with you. It's kind of like that. I've never been in prison, but they kind of see how far they can push you. They want to see what they can get away with. Just go in there like any normal investigation. Just be like, something happens, be like, is that it? Or you're going to try to treat me like a punk? No, this ain't going to go. And just make jokes with them. Is what I did. They messed with me and I made jokes. And that's why they remembered me. You're going to pick up a lot of energy and it is extremely overwhelming. Sarah, exactly, fresh fish. It's like, what was it? Shawshank Redemption. Fresh fish, fresh fish. It's like, yeah, you are. They're going fishing to see what they can do to scare you. They know if they can get you out of there, they can go back to their lives. But if you're there, you're like, I'm not going anywhere. And they'll make the most of it. And yeah, you go in, like every investigation, and just be like, okay. It's intimidating though. Once you walk in, you're going to show that intimidation in your energy. As soon as you see how long those cell blocks are, as soon as you see how just intimidating the inside is, and you're just going, wow. It's crazy. And I think that's why I made such an impact with the spirits. I walked in there like, your uncle was in Jackson Prison in Lansing, Michigan. Wow. It's an intimidating thing. I couldn't imagine being in there with 1,000 other people. Just talking. Here's the thing with Nevada State Prison, you're not allowed to wear jeans in there because there's an active prison right next door. No alcohol, no cigarettes, no contraband is allowed whatsoever. Just for safety reasons and because, like I said, there is a active prison literally on the other side of the fence. The prisoners there wear jeans So you got to wear like khaki pants, or I wear shorts and a thermal shirt. So nothing for trigger objects. Yeah. I mean, you could bring a Bible. You could bring a Playboy in. Sir, bring a freaking Playboy. Hey, I'm bringing porno into prison for you. I mean, it's something. Hold on one second. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so there's some things you could get away with, but find some paperwork that's online, like a makeshift pardon paperwork. Like, hey, who wants a free pardon? Thank you, Sarah. Allergies are getting the best of me with the wind today. But yeah, print up a makeshift pardon and go mess with them. Say, hey guys, I got a pardon. Who wants it? Come say hi. And then when you start getting activity, rip it up and say, yep, you're not getting pardoned. And just mess with them. So there's ways to do it. You don't need a map. It's easy. I mean, you'll get turned around really, really easily, but you're not going to get lost. Oh, you want to escape? Here's a map. Oh, I like that idea. Oh.
You're going to die.
Bringing a set of women's panties. Sarah, the reason that would work, and there is up in the new cell blocks, in cell block, what was it? It was 12, cell block 12, or pod 12. There was a prisoner who was I'm trying not to do something against TOS. He was he was a homosexual. I'm trying not to break TOS on this, and he was a rapist, and he was very, very, very bad, and he was into the dainty stuff, from what I've understood. So take a pair of women's panties into his cell and say, "Here you go. Now you can wear these around under your prison clothes." That might be a pretty good trigger object. There's some things you could get away with. But be careful. Be careful. A lot of these prisoners were known to be very violent. You do something like that, you could trigger an attack. You could seriously trigger some kind of an attack. And my first visit, I was attacked twice. One in cell C36, where it felt like I was stabbed in the back. I literally had what looked like a great big Phillips screwdriver stab mark in my back. And down in culinary in the cafeteria, I had a slash mark across my neck. So you got to be careful with what you do. It's no bueno. Yeah, you are in life as you are in death. So if you're an asshole in life, your afterlife ain't going to be much better. But I still go in and show them that kindness that they may not have got. Yeah, I walk in. What I'll do on investigations is I'll actually walk into these areas and I'll hold my hand out like I'm going to shake their hand. I'll introduce myself to them and offer my hand in friendship. Be surprised what kind of evidence I get out of doing that. It's actually quite interesting. Yeah, I've done that too. Let me see if I can find this for you guys real quick. Okay, I think I found it. You can see right there, like the base of my neck. You can see the red mark. I think see if I have another one to. There, that's better. That's not as deep. Like right there in the center, you can see the redness, and it started to go away at that point. But actually, right there, you can see it. So it literally felt like it looked like somebody took a slash across my neck. It sucked. It literally sucked. I don't know where the other one's at, so we'll find it. And it burned too. I thought it was my necklace at first. You know how sometimes like you'll get your necklace caught on your shirt and it'll pull if you turn the wrong way? And that's what I was looking for, was to see if it got caught up. But when I saw that it went all the way down to here, it was like, oh my God. And what I found out, what I've come to realize on this, it may have been one of the investigators that was with us, that the spirits did not like their energy. And they were taking it out on us as a guilty by association type of deal. Because if you got that one negative energy with you, the spirits are going to go after everybody. The spirits are going to take it out on everybody. Not just the one bad person. You're associated with them, so you're going down too. And I don't think that was a poltergeist. I think that's just a very angry spirit. Mind you, that happened in the cafeteria. The cafeteria, there were 2 inmates that were stabbed to death. Right near where I was attacked, right near where that happened. There was a fight. 2 people were stabbed to death, literally right outside where you go to pick up your food. Then go back into the cages to eat. So right in that area is where that happened. So energy travels. You're right there. Lost Furnace at Birmingham? No. I have not made it out to the East Coast yet. I'm in Vegas, man. It's tough to be able to get out to some of these areas. Oh, for sure, Duck. For sure. Hopefully next year I can start doing some traveling. Definitely like to investigate with everybody that comes in to watch the show. That way they can really see what goes on. Be a lot of fun. And what I'm picking up on these what sounds like footsteps or squeaky shoes, it's just looping. It sounds like somebody's pacing the hallway, walking up and down. I thought it was a teammate this entire time. What's your opinion on Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum? Very good question. I've been there 4 times. If you've watched Ghost Adventures at all, the early seasons, Angry Joe, he is actually who was at Bonnie Springs Ranch. Yeah, exactly, like the guards would do. So it might be residual, pacing the causeway there. I investigated Bonnie Springs Ranch when Angry Joe was the like a tour guide out there, and I investigated that. Hadn't seen him for a few years until the first time I went to Zach's museum. What does he do to me? He embarrasses me in front of everybody in line. Hey, this is an investigator right here. This guy knows is the real deal here, you know. You want anything about the paranormal, you talk to him. It's like, gee, Joe, thanks. He's like, oh, you're welcome, no problem. Then once we went to go into the museum for the tour, he tells the tour guides, use this guy as bait. Every room you go into, use him as bait, and you tell the next person for the next area of the museum to do the same. So every room we went into, Brent, you go in first. If something happens, it's going to happen to you. It's like, oh, gee, thanks. So yeah, it's like, I don't mind it. I can control it. I know what's in that museum. So the last time I went there, and went into Peggy the Doll's room. And if anybody doesn't know, go into the Haunted Museum's website, look up Peggy the Doll. They have a spirit box ringing there 24/7. They always tell you, introduce yourself when you walk in. That way you know, Peggy knows you're not a threat and you're being friendly. So everybody's like, okay, Brent, you go first. It's like, we've been having weird shit happen the whole tour. Through about Peggy's just over halfway, if I remember right. Walk into the room, and everybody's kind of, door peeking to see what happens, because they're expecting something crazy. They're expecting evidence. So she's not demonic. She's negative. I walk in. I look behind me. They're about 6 to 8 feet behind me outside the door. Look at Peggy. I was like, hey, Peggy, it's good to see you again. How you doing? It's been a while. Through the spirit box. Hi, Brent. I was like, oh, good to see you too, Peggy. Everybody, including the tour guide, walked on down the hallway and left me alone in the room. As soon as Hi, Brent came through that spirit box, everybody did a beeline down the hallway. So I walked out, shut the door behind me. It's like, what, guys? Peggy just wants to talk to you. And even the tour guide was like, I'm not doing this. She does not say hi to people. You know, because Zach's in there so much, he owns it. I'm sure the doll communicates with him. But to have a name come through the spirit box, the tour guide was like, no, I'm not having this. And through the rest of the tour, everybody was sketchy about going into the next room. And the next room is a Dybbuk box. The next room after Peggy is the Dybbuk. And people are like, Brent, you go first. I'm going, you know what? If it's going to happen, I'd rather it happen to me. And I walk in, I'm looking at the salt line around the Dybbuk that they have, and the salt line was broken. I kind of look back at him like, you might want to be careful in here because the salt line is broken. And the tour guide looked, and she's like, oh no. We got to call and get that redone. We got to get that done now. I'm like, yeah, you might want to do that. So everybody's, kind of, doing that little hesitation stance and walk. Like, okay, what's going to happen? It's freaking classic. Yeah, but it's the Dybbuk ain't as bad as they say. I can feel the energy coming off it. It's there, but the reason people are getting attacked in there is they're allowing it to happen. They're going in scared they're going to be attacked. They're scared something is going to happen to them. And that opens that door to happen. That being said, let's get back to some EVPs. They allow it to happen. Oh, that was before COVID, so. Yeah, that's residual footsteps. Because it's just repeating itself. Actually, what we'll do is it is a haunted attraction. It's just a collection of haunted stuff. And it's overhyped to make people feel scared and go back and spend their money. It's an overzealous haunted house. And I hate saying that because it's a cool place. That house itself is what's haunted. And fuels the, excuse me. Yeah, back before Zach bought that house, they had problems with it. They were doing seances in the basement. There was somebody murdered down there. There's a lot of negativity attached to that house already. So that's on, yeah, exactly. So he fuels that by putting all this haunted material in the building. And it intensifies everything. It's like throwing kerosene on a campfire. Just sit back and watch it burn. I'm trying to get it to where I want to investigate the museum. By myself in the dark. I hope that pentagram was actually already there, from what I understand. Okay, we might actually have an EVP here. This is a staggered voice here. It almost sounds like it's coming through a spirit box. But from what I know, there was no spirit boxes. Was that said in interviews? It was painted. Okay, never mind then. But I know the original one was still down there. They might have painted over it. I could be wrong though. I'm a fan of Aaron anyway, so. I can't call this an EVP. I can't call this an EVP. Yeah, Duck, I have a big steppin' tattoo. So yeah, go figure, right? It does sound like the shoes. That's why I went on. Might be part of the echo. Who knows? I'd just rather debunk it and be like, no. Instead of calling a false positive. Because there it is again. There's the same sound. Very faint, but it's that same, it's what sounds like a voice. I've had some, I will only use a spirit box in a non-populated area if there's no radio signals. Out in the middle of the desert where there's nothing. You're not going to even get an AM or weather station out there. Then I'll use a spirit box. I said I even sold my Ovilus. I sold the Ovilus because it just got too conflicting. Only one other time I got something complete 100% credible out of the Ovilus, it actually said a word that was not in there. Bill Chappell is on the level. he's on the level, but I'm mixed on it too. I don't want to say anything that's going to sound disrespectful because I don't want to put anybody in the field down. I'd rather Yes. I'd rather use Gary Galka's products 100%. Oh. What in the holy hell is that? It sounds like a freaking rat. Birds, mind you, it's, let's see, 5.5. This is 5.5, 6.5 hours. It is 11:30 at night. So 11:30 at night. Oh no, this is night 2. We're an hour in, so it would be about 8:30 in the evening. I don't know if I could call that birds. Sarah, Deads, what do you think? Bats, possible. Rats or bats? Yeah, that's what I thought. So it's Mother Nature. And it fades away, so it's got to be a rat. Some of these digital recorders can pick up some really high-pitched sounds. So it could a rat or a bat. But that is a lot of squeaking. That is definitely a lot of squeaking. Notice it kind of just disappears. How am I? One, I want to know how I'm dropping frames. I shouldn't be. That's got to be bats. I don't know. My vote is for bats. Okay, so we're in agreement. 3 for 3. Little radar guided sons of bitches. Sorry. Yeah, my house is clean. I've saged. I don't know. Yeah, you should have been here for the stream when I actually had a spirit pass behind me. Literally, I stopped dead on stream. I mean, literally, I saw the right behind me and just went. You know, looking around the room, immediately grabbed the spirit box and did a live spirit box session. Must have just been something passing through, but it shook me a little bit, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, sorry I have to keep turning off the cam, guys. My freaking nose is just will not stop today. feels weird craning my neck a little bit for this monitor. Wonder what's going to happen when I get 3 ultra wides and I'm literally monitors completely surrounding me. You're going to see me off stream going. Ghost HQ, pretty much. Once I get a new desk set up, oh yeah, I'm gonna have all my gear literally. I'd like to be able to do it where I don't have the green screen and just have my gear all behind me on a shelf. I think that'd be pretty cool. Don't think this is an EVP either. I really don't. See if vocal enhancer will do anything here. No. Turn it off. Yeah, it's somebody else talking. God, amazing how far this thing picks up voices. Had to cook some deer. Oh, man, you had to come in here with that shit. You had to throw that out there, Deads. You had to throw out you cooked deer. It couldn't be I could just cook dinner. No, I cooked some deer. I hope it's good. Oh. That's a door opening. That sounds like the bottom edge of a door that's slightly drooped, and when it opens, it drags across the concrete floor. It's that real light drag brush across the floor. So this leads me to believe somebody's coming into the area, which not for a while yet, but from last season. And you throw that out there too. It's from last season, just to clear room for this season. All right. At this point, I hope you choke on it. No, I'm kidding. Enjoy your deer. I need to get out and go deer hunting and stock a freezer too. I want to go up outside Ely and get some elk. But being what they have to feed on, I think it'd be too gamey. I really do. Rocky Mountain elk, exactly. What was Joe Rogan's reference to elk? I haven't heard this one. A forest horse with swords on their heads. Yeah, that makes sense. Forest horse. Wow. Just wow. A little bit better. That's a crazy ass reference. That's nuts. I've never heard that before. And that's a sport bike going by. All right, sir. We'll be here. So he does it to troll him. As someone on the show that isn't a hunter and they start talking about wildlife, he's got to be trolling him. There's no other way. Why my eyes are starting to burn now. Ugh. I seriously hope I'm not getting a cold. I don't need that right now. Okay, shoot it on over to me and I'll make sure and get it after the show. Yeah, Deds, I will definitely take a look at that after stream. You had been mentioning it to me, and yeah, definitely take a look at it. We really got about 13 minutes before we get into anything. Push it all the way. Wow. About the 141 mark. There's some stuff there. Yeah, about 9 minutes. So yeah. So exciting. I'd like to find at least one definite EVP tonight. almost want to jump here. But remember what happened last time we jumped? We ended up losing freaking evidence. Oh, come on.
Found anything yet? We ain't found shit.
Yeah, I definitely could. ASMR on YouTube of building and settling noises. Yeah, just upload this entire audio. Noises from inside a prison, late at night. Imagine hearing this sound night after night for 20 frickin' years. This might actually be good. A good soundtrack for ex-cons. You having trouble adjusting to society? Try sleeping to the sounds of prison. Oh yeah, no, I know that bug. Or bug, deads. But this, sell this to former cons. It's marketing genius. Can't relax during night. You're like, hey, here's the sounds of prison guards walking up and down the hallway. Here's the sound of rats. Here's the sound of the prison. Kind of a dick way to make money, but it'd be funny. Sounds of ambient sounds of the prison. Probably a lot of people would be out for my head if I did that. But it's alright. Not like they aren't anyway. Yeah, that's got to be bats. Time Warner production. Well, if they offered me 9 figures, here's the rights to it. And they'd sell it at 3 a.m. during an infomercial. Can't sleep at night. Spent time in prison. Having troubles adjusting to society. Well, now you can rest easy at night. Sounds of the Prison by Time Warner Productions. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. For 3 easy payments of $19.95, you too can own the 5 CD set. Listen closely to the voices of former inmates who died during incarceration. See, you can hit multiple markets like that. As soon as investigators find out this came from Nevada State Prison, they'll be buying the CD to analyze it. Listen to the sounds of enemies as they gurgle from lung shot, trying to escape. might have flashbacks of their cellmate whispering in their ear, "Don't fight it. It won't last too long." How did you become a pillow biter? I spent 9 years in the bottom bunk of my cell. Just go with it, baby. Oh no. Just no.
Oh, if you have any problems, dial information. Thank you for calling.
No. Serves you right. You should know this by now. This random shit just comes out of my mouth every now and then. Catches people off guard. Yeah, somebody did that to me the other day at work, and I literally had coffee come out my nose. Come on, it won't hurt. Just relax. Don't fight it. And that goes back to one of the clips I made from, you guys weren't here for this one. Let's find it. Where is it at? Night one. Since you guys are bringing this up, this is something I said in culinary. Oh. Is that it? No, where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Because I have to play this for you guys. Shit, where's it at? Well, let me play this while I find it. Where the frick is it? Oh, here it is. Gonna make this a reference to what you guys are talking about. This is something I said in the infirmary with Susan and another investigator. I was reading the medications off the shelf.
Stool softener. Being in prison, they might not need that. Stool softener. Being in prison, they might not need that.
Yeah, what kind of shit is that? Stool softener? Being in prison? You might not need that. Just damn. But what kind of sick, sadistic SOB says something like that on an investigation? This guy. If you're going to get the reaction of the spirits, you may as well make them laugh, too. That might be going a little bit over the line in jail, though. You may as well make it interesting. And that's not even the worst that came out of my mouth. That's not even the worst that came out during this investigation. Semi going by. Yeah, I'll name that truck for 500, Alex. Just, oh my God, come on. Give us something to analyze. It's part of it, guys. This is why Brent is so insane sometimes. Sitting listening to this for hours on end. At least you guys get to suffer with me too. It's so much fun. Wait for that one little voice that even just says hi. Misery loves company. Yeah, but you guys are part of the dysfunctional family now. You can never leave. You're trapped. You can never escape. This is your prison. This is your eternity right now, is listening for EVPs. I can see you guys just looking at the screen like, where's it at? Wait, I think I hear something. No, that's just me. Shit. I want to at least try to get up. Where's that at anyway? That's busy. It starts about 150. Where are we at? 136. Okay. So we're going to at least try to get through that part tonight. That's about 15 minutes away. So we're going to get through this jumbled mess you see in the top center before we think about calling the show tonight. Because I want to see what that is. And I've said I have not listened to any of this before. The only thing I watched was that clip I made of last night's Cell. The rest of it, it's all Virgin Audio. You guys hear it for the first time like me. I don't want to ruin the surprises. So it's like, yeah, what are we going to hear? Guys, I seriously think I'm getting a cold. Oh, this sucks. No, Dez, it's not. And I haven't been sick in a while. I usually get sick over Thanksgiving. I've been able to fight it off. So it's finally catching up, I think. Which is what it is. I've been bolstering as much as I can. Been eating right, been getting trying to get plenty of rest. It's like, you always do it the old-fashioned way. Be right back. I said there's always kind of do it the old-fashioned way with a nice big old swig of whiskey. Yeah, that'll help. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, how the hell did I wake up on the bathroom floor type of medicine. And that's one of the investigators, I guarantee that. NyQuil. It's called Night Quit. Did she really just do that? Pause this real quick. Horseradish. I eat enough garlic I could be able to probably kill a horse, but like I might just go downstairs get a hot toddy later. Hot toddy will put me right to frickin' sleep. Yep, investigator. And they're getting loud, so be careful. Oh, it'll get everything that ails you, because it'll get out of your system in about 20 minutes. Yeah, they're just kind of passing through, so as long as they're not standing around like they did last time. Because I'll be honest, on the way up to on the way up there for this last investigation, I told them, I said, your guys' last trip up here, you literally stood outside the cell and socialized for 35 minutes, talking about gear, talking about whatever. I said, you guys can't do it this trip. I had a recorder sitting right inside the cell you were standing by. So you guys got to be careful what you do. If you're going to talk, keep walking. And they're like, oh, we didn't realize. You didn't realize you were standing still talking. But all right, no worries. Yeah, I was not very cordial about it. I didn't soften the blow for him. It was like, if I'd known that, I would have been mad. You spend that kind of money to investigate. Exactly, Deads. You treat every cell, every floor, like you might be talking to somebody. You may be talking to a spirit. But we've heard me go through these areas yapping too, but not like that. But thank God they're passing through. Thank God they're just passing through. What are they doing, bringing a frickin' Clydesdale into the prison? Somebody's got heavy feet. It's like a 5-year-old with a temper tantrum stomping up the stairs. I don't want to go to my room. Oh my God. No, there was nobody with hard-soled shoes. An elephant with cowboy boots. Let's just go with that. Especially hunting, Deads. You get that person who trounces through the woods like they're freaking... Wait, what? Okay, somebody shushed him. Somebody shushed him. Good. Somebody shushed him in the group. Finally, somebody told him to shh. Upside down with a paracord. Yeah. It's when you send them out snipe hunting. Well, Sarah, you don't exactly want to kill him. You just want to teach him a lesson. Razor wires if you don't want him to come back. Just hang him upside down with paracord and beat him with a sack of oranges. Not going to leave any bruises, but they'll learn their lesson. But I like your way of thinking. Razor wire, I like that. Here we go with the talking. Right? Shush! Yeah, duds. They'll be the result of their own demise. Just hopefully you're not there and they take you down too. Because stupidity always ends up somebody taking somebody else out and they end up walking away scot-free. Without a freaking scratch. Sure as shit it'll happen. It's the kind of people you send out into a minefield first. And I took away the STFU button. I actually took that out of the stream. This is one of the times I wish I hadn't. I think I might have to put it back in. Well, the good news is I don't think it's a cold. I think it's my sinuses. Because every time I blow my nose, I can feel my ears popping. So I think it's just might be a sinus infection. God, I hope not. I haven't had one of those in 2 years. I think it's a freaking sinus infection. Shit. I want to be careful. They might mark that as COVID too. Did somebody say boo? No, move. Come on. Investigate. They think this is a frickin' fun house. I'm scared to see what's up here now on the right. I think I'd rather listen to the silence than this. Unless this is a residual of a riot. So I'm going to do us a favor and ball gag them. Yes. I'm going to save our ears. I am going to save our freaking ears. I'm going to take this down 5%. Yeah, MDS, right? Okay.
In the sea. There's the bed. A black shadow charged me this year. Right out the door and disappeared. I think that's okay.
You guys? Okay, so if it was your family who somebody died and you want to watch that guy die, you would be seated in here. These curtains would be down. The doctor would be in there with the warden. The doctor would be getting his arm ready, sticking a needle in it. When he was all ready, they would put these drapes up. The warden would get out. The doctor would stand in there. And then as they fed him, the juice to the left, you see those holes? They had 3 holes. So a CO, there would be 3 COs. They would flip a switch, and they wouldn't know who was pumping the poison, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy here, Carol Cole, right here. He's still in here. I have a picture of him. He can't leave. When he was a child, his mom used to dress him up as a little girl, and she'd tell him, well, your name's Carol. It could be a girl or boy. She was screwing around on the dad because he was in the army, and she would take him when she'd go screw these guys. As he grew up, this one right here, Carol Cole. So as he grew up, he hated women. He strangled 15 women. He answers.
And this is the spirit we have made contact with. The one that was in the last night's cell where you saw the meter going off. This is Carol Cole that she's talking about. Murdered 15 women.
Your questions. He has told Brent, right? What did he say? he buried?
I killed the bitch and put her body out behind the trash pile.
Oh, shit.
Which actually refers to Bonnie Sue O'Neill. I did the research on every single person that was executed. Carol Cole was the only one that dumped his victim's body behind a trash.
That's Carol Cole right
here.
Yeah. Literally,
He's in here.
I'm big on serial killers.
He put her bloody clothes into the dumpster and put her body next to the dumpster.
So to let you guys know, we've got a picture of him. He's standing in here. He can't leave. We've talked to him. He says he can't leave here. We've opened that back door and said, come out. He says, I can't. I think this...
Yeah, Susan has, you heard her say, I have a picture of him in the execution chamber. She was out in the viewing room taking pictures, and there is a picture of him standing on the other side of the glass. An apparition of him. It is one of the craziest things. If I can find it, I'll show it to you guys. It'll make your skin crawl. He's trapped in there. He's afraid to move on because he's afraid that if he leaves, he's going to go to hell. And whatever you believe on that one. Once you're judged, you're judged. But to be trapped there, that's his eternity, is inside that little room.
This is his
wow.
hell.
I believe you.
He did tell when he got picked up for killing these women. He said, "Well, I want to tell you, I killed a 10-year-old too when I was a kid."
Sarah, I've tried. I tried last time I was there. I tried telling him, you're no longer bound to this cell. You're no longer bound to this chamber. You are free to leave into the light. You are free to move on. You are free to. You gave your life. You were executed. You're square with the house. It's like you gave your life for your crimes. In the eyes of God, you're no longer judged for that. And we got an EVP when we first started of thank you. But does that mean he moved on? Probably not. Probably not. He's probably still there. I guarantee he's still there.
Drowned him.
Oh, you know what? I just read about that.
Yeah.
I was reading up on serial killers because I'm reading a book on Richard Ramirez, and I read up about that. Mm-hmm. And he confessed to it later.
So this is E. John right here.
Oh, that's E. John.
John.
And you've heard me talk about him too. The failed execution, the very first to be executed by the gas chamber in the United States.
John Hancock. He was hung. He was the first one hung here. He was the first one hung.
Was he like a...
No.
Yeah, MDS, I'm down about 30 pounds.
No, no.
Was he a Western?
He was he was a cowboy.
Yeah.
And I changed
This
my lighting.
one was shot. This is Jesse Bishop. Okay, when this was a gas chamber, he was sitting in there and he looked at everyone and said, "You're not going to kill me. I'll kill myself." And as he sat in there and the gas came down, you could see how
That's
the gas
the gas
came down. Yeah, there's switches in there.
Yeah.
And he started going, breathing in as much as he could because he said we weren't going to take his life. He was going to take his life. So if you read about Jesse Bishop, he's pretty wicked. He ended up in here because he was robbing a casino, and this groom just got married, tried to stop it, and he killed him.
Oh, my Jesus.
Jesse Bishop took the gun and shot him.
Jesus.
And the execution of Gene Johnson is actually
That's
very
a list
interesting
of
because it was
people.
almost fatal.
And over here, too.
Yeah, he took 17 minutes to die.
Right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
This tells you the hangings, everything. You guys can take pictures.
Whoa. Well, those are all the people executed here?
That's it right there. There's no more.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's from the 1800s to the
18 to 1980s.
That's like
a lot of
50, 60, 70 people died.
there was a lot of lawlessness.
Oh,
So you heard her say 67 people were executed on those grounds. That's a lot of negative energy to be trapped in that one area. Well, when that execution chamber was built, four of them were hung out on the prison yard. One was executed by firing squad, and G. John was executed at a different area of the prison before they built that execution chamber. So to have that much negativity on those grounds, you're asking for trouble.
Oh, yeah.
this prison was built before the Civil War.
Are you in the
you heard that. That's not a lot of talking, but explaining the people who had been executed. I thought it was going to be a bunch of people just doing this for no reason. Yeah, Deds, I'm down to 224. 225 right in there. I actually weighed myself. Higher dead count with everything you put down. 65 people executed in one area. Yeah. That's, you go in there and you feel it. You feel confused. You can feel the energy. You can feel the sorrow. You can feel the frustration, the anger, the resentment. You can feel all those emotions just standing next to that door. It's brutal. If you don't know how to control emotion, it is going to wreck you. It's going to take a lot out of you. At 225. I need about another 15 off, and I'll be happy. Problem is, to do that, I got to give up the sweet tea, and that ain't ever gonna frickin' happen. Freaking lightweights, yeah. Not all of us can be completely full of shit. Yeah, but Dads, as most women would say, that's the only way you can pack meat. You're backed up waiting for the ghost blowies. I still need to get that designed. I still need to get that t-shirt designed. That was... Okay, that's one of the investigators, Kim. I recognize the voice. So nothing special. Definitely nothing special there. But Susan takes such great pride and passion in explaining what goes on at the prison. About the prisoners, about her experiences there. And to be able to share in that, and you heard her say, Brent, talk about Carol Cole, or talk about this. It shows she has the same type of passion that I do, but she's there every day. Took a section out of the tunnel. Not a tunnel anymore, it's just a cul-de-sac. Dead end, motherfucker! Yeah, no more kids. You're at what, 5 kids, MDS, if I remember right? 4 or 5? All daughters? Duds, don't mention circles to him. He might think it's a circle jerk. 4 girls, 1 boy. Oh yeah, outnumbered. Way outnumbered. But it's all good. They're happy. They're healthy. That's all that matters. What's that talking? Let's enhance this. I think this might be me. This might be me in the background. I am not completely sure. Yep, that's me. That's not an EVP. Debunked. Moving along. Already 3 out of 5. Oof. Or you got to look at it the other way, Dads. We won't see him as Bruce Jenner anymore. He's going to be overly influenced. Yeah, Dad's good buddy of mine has 6 daughters. So, yeah. He was completely gray. And he's only 4 years older than me. A good thing with my buddy, his daughters were very self-sufficient. They were very independent, so and we're literally getting no EVPs. Welcome to the social session of the paranormal. Just wow. Wow, Dads. Just wow. Okay, there's nobody around right now. And here, you've noticed everybody has moved on from the cell block. You no longer hear people talking in the background. This is usually when we start getting EVPs, as soon as I start bitching about it. Though this is just a residual energy, this is a lock dropping. Yes, it is Murphy's Law. And we're not going to count the we're not going to count the door locking. We've already got a couple of those already. So, just to show it's there. With nobody in the area. And we've got, where are we at? 20508. And we've got to go up until 237. I don't think we're going to make that far tonight. I will say it is 6:50. We're going to go another 10 minutes. Yeah, Dad's Murphy's Law. I'll show you. As bad as I was, I ended up with a daughter. So, yeah, it's all how you live your life and grow up and do things. Inevitable. Oh, hold on. If you get two boys, you're going to count yourself lucky. Dads, if you get a kid without a sloped forehead like yours, you can count yourself lucky. Sorry, I had to say it. I literally had to do it. You left the door open on that one. I had to come through like the Kool-Aid man on that one. This might be me in the other room. Yeah, you're right on that, Dads. We've all got Neanderthal in it. It's all good. MDS has more than everyone else. He still drags his knuckles when he walks. This might not be me. This is weird. This is a statement. This one is actually a statement. Unless we get more up through here. That's not going to do it. MDS, you got to stop leaving the door open on these. No longer walk, drive bus. Short bus. Okay, I don't know. I can't make this one out. Can you guys? Yeah, Sarah, I can't make this out. I'm trying everything I can to clean this up. Let's scan for all levels. Scan threshold. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to... It sounds like a deep voice. It sounds like a statement. But I'm beginning to agree with you, Deds. It's a consistent sound. So, we're going to have to throw this up. As much as I don't want to. As much as I despise using this button. And there's investigators in the background. So they're a ways away and it's picking it up. So this back here could very well be one of the investigators further down, one of the guys that have that carrying voice like me. So we can easily debunk that. It's just so distorted traveling down the hallways and through the steel and the bars and all that. It just kind of filters itself out. So, one of those things that you can almost make sure it's a physical being doing that. Name that semi. I'm actually surprised where this digital recorder is at that we did not get any EVPs out of. We got one EV, or let's see, we got one EVP so far tonight, and it's leaning against one of the pictures of the convicted killers. You'd think there'd be some more activity there. It's a Cummins W900 Peterbilt. Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
I have taken it upon my authority to revoke your access privileges to the mainframe system.
That can work. All right, guys. That being, if those suckers become clear as day, yes, exactly. That being said, guys, unfortunately, we only caught one EVP tonight. What is it? 2 hours, 43 minutes. We got one EVP. The rest of the time, just socializing, which is all right. This is what happens. You don't always get the evidence you want or you hope for. I'm okay with this. We had a lot of fun tonight. Well, I did. I hope you guys had a blast. Through the stupid jokes, through it's the amazing people who graced us tonight. This was a lot of fun. Glad I started early tonight. Made almost a 3-hour show of it. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Unless this turns into a cold, then I might not be on. I might just leave the camera off and analyze EVPs if that's the case. But we'll play that by ear. We like that sometimes, and it was awesome. Thank you, Sarah. And thank you for being here. I know you got some stuff coming up, and we'll be without your presence for a while. That's all right. Even if you come in and lurk, I'm happy with that. Congratulations again on your new place. You guys, I'll be back tomorrow night, usually at normal time, probably about 6:30 or 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So those on the East Coast probably going to have some problems, but that's all right. You guys always make an appearance, and I greatly appreciate it. You guys always make it worthwhile, and I appreciate it. This is all for you guys. And I really wouldn't have it any other way. You guys have a great evening. Good night. God bless. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.